How you doing, guys? Back for day 2. Well, day 2 for you, still same day for me, of Cider Week. We're going to be doing another pretty big name in ciders after Strongbow. This is Magners Irish Cider, also known as Bulmer's Cider. There's a bit of a convoluted history here with this one. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing this correctly. Magners, perhaps it's Magners, but I think it's Magners. William Magner, I believe his name was, in 1935, started making ciders. Eventually sold out to, or at least half his company or something like that, to Bulmer's, who was an English cider maker. Magner, of course, was an Irish guy. And eventually, after the war, around 1946, Bulmer's bought the entire thing out. And now they use both the Magners name and Bulmer's depending on what market they're selling it to, basically. They use 17 varieties of apples. It sits at 4.5% alcohol by volume. And of course, it says on here, product of Ireland. Cider, sugar, citric acid, color, sulfates, so there's a little bit of dickering going around in this one, but it's to be expected, I guess. It's a big brand name one. Yeah, imported. So we're gonna open this up and see what we think of it.
All right, we're back.
So we'll be right back.
Magners Irish Cider,
product of Ireland. This one's carbonated as well. As I was saying in the just a moment ago, it seemed like there's some dickering going along. That is obviously colored. Unless they, I mean, the only other, there's like a pinkish hue to this when you look at the highlights. There's a bit of a golden, almost amber color to it, but there's this pinkish hue that's sort of weird. It's really weird looking. It's almost like they added, like if I had known better, I would have said they added like strawberries or raspberries to it, but they just say color, so they've obviously added something a little different to this one. Doggy wants her ball thrown. Get after her. Good girl. You coming back? She's coming back. What a good dog. There's a good bear. Oh, you're making me get up, dog. Good girl. Alright, so yeah, there's obviously some sort of dickering going wrong. The head died quickly. If you recall the Strongbow I did, the head stayed, which was surprising, but here the head's gone. The carbonation's a lot less than the Strongbow going up. There's only like a couple bubbles here where there was like, you know, dozens going up in the Strongbow. So we'll go to the aroma now. This is an apple cider again, by the way, so I'm pretty sure it is. Oh wow, this smells way different than the Strongbow. That almost has, I wonder actually if there is something else in this that they just didn't list, because there is the apple, but there's almost this wine-like note to it, like a strawberry wine or a raspberry wine or something along those lines. It's got that real fruit tartness that you don't necessarily see in apples as much as you see in like berries. It's hard to explain. It's a different sort of tartness in the aroma than you generally get from apples. It smells sugary, sweet, berry kind of smell with apple in there. It smells like a cooler of some sort. I don't even know if they necessarily say this is pressed like it should be as a real cider. They don't really tell you much on the can. I should do a bit more research on this one, I think. Alright, we're going to go right to the taste now. Oh, that straight up tastes like a cooler. Actually, it tastes like an overly sweet fruit beer, almost. Tastes like a malted beverage of some sort, and I don't think it is, but that's a strange taste. It's got this really sweet, it really is like a wine cooler. Like, again, like there's apple there, but it's not the dominant taste. There's a sugary berry overtone to it. A little bit of sulfury dryness in the finish, but this isn't particularly dry itself. You know, I'm not going to say it tastes bad, because it really doesn't, but it doesn't seem like it's a real cider. It doesn't seem like it's a pure cider. It seems like some sort of chemical concoction. It actually, you know what it tastes like? It tastes a lot more like some of those Melville's fruit beers from the Innocent Gun guys, but not nearly as good. And it's very light. No real aftertaste. It just sort of vanishes, but it has no real off notes at the same time. So, as a cider, what I understand a cider should be, perhaps it's just my ignorance speaking, but I'd have to give it like just the mildest thumbs up, because there are a little bit of cider qualities, but it's not exactly big or anything. But as just a drink itself, yeah, I'd give it a recommendation. It is a thumbs up. I mean, as far as something that tastes like a cooler goes, it tastes like a decent cooler, and I'm not getting any alcohol. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't think it's an authentic cider. I really don't. If someone can correct me if they know better in the comments, I'd love to get any comments, actually, because this is more an education for me as well, because the ciders are really so new to me. So, yeah, I guess a mild thumbs up as well for this one, like I did with the Strongbow. So, you know, just like slightly up, not. But yeah, so Magners, mild thumbs up. A weird one, definitely strange. Tastes totally different than the Strongbow, that's for sure. Very, very sweet and cooler-like. All right, guys, doggy's calling. Is that right? So we'll be back.